Welcome back to Duda Dojo with RivalMind, where we teach you all things Duda. I'm Harley, and today is the first installment of our two-part series covering buttons in the Duda system. In this tutorial, we're going to cover all the different linking options for buttons, everything from basic hyperlinks to pop-up activation. Let's begin. So the very first thing you'll notice again is that I've logged back into my website on Duda, and we're going to talk about buttons. So the very first thing I notice on this specific website for home renovation and construction is that there's no phone number anywhere to be found on the homepage. One of the ways that we can add this is by adding a click to call button. So what I'll do, I'm going to actually add a click to call button right in this kind of header row here. So I'm going to right click on my row or right click on my column, hover over add, click new column, and you can see Duda's inserted a new empty column right away. My menu is a little bit squashed, so I'm going to go ahead and just easily drag that to the left, stretch it back out. It looks great. Now I still have my empty column to play around with. Let's go ahead and right click. I can do this two ways. I can hover over add, go down to widget, and then go to button. That menu pops right back up. Or sometimes the faster way is just to go to widgets and then frequently used. You can see button is right there. Click and drag this right over to where I want it, and it's inserted. Now I have a new button. One of the beauties about the Duda system is that the button styles can be set globally. So you'll notice if we're looking back at the screen here, my button was automatically inserted with a nice text that fit well with a white background and a hover state of orange. And then the text actually swaps to white. So if anyone is on a desktop and they hover over this button, it does change and give them a signal. Hey, you should be clicking on this thing. It's something for you to click on. It's a button, it's a link, which is really nice for user experience. So let's talk about this click to call button. We're going to go ahead and click on our button in the editor, and it brings up the button content menu, which gives us a whole bunch of different options. So the very first thing is, what do you want your button to say? So for desktop users, they're probably not going to actually be clicking to call. So the best thing for us to do would be to put our phone number in. I'm just going to go do 555-555-5555 because I know that I already have preset in my business information section in the Duda system for this website. I have my office phone number set to this exact thing. So moving forward, anyone that comes to this website will automatically see this phone number and be able to call from their own phone. And some people in the unique instance that have the ability to link their computer with their phone, they can actually activate a phone call from this button if they have their computer linked to their phone. So we're going to now change this from existing page. You'll notice anytime Duda adds a new button to the website is automatically formatted as a link to an existing page from your standard pages menu. Obviously, we want this to be a click to call button. So we're going to go ahead and change that option. Let's go ahead and scroll down our list. You can see we're passing by things like website URL. This is for exterior links. We've got pop-up activation. We're going to cover that in a little bit. We've got anchor. So not only can you direct people to a specific page on your website in Duda, but you can also set up specific anchor links so that you can direct people to a specific section within a page, which is really cool. You've also got the mail to email address, so you can trigger an email. You've also got, again, we're going to talk about click to call and file for download. So let's go ahead and select click to call. You can see it's got this beautiful little drop down here, and boom, I've got my 555-555-5555 office setup preset in the Duda system. You can also add a brand new phone number, which you can see I added this other random phone number in here if you want to deviate from your standard phone number. So we'll go ahead and just select our basic office number, and now boom, we're done. We've got a beautiful click to call button. Now, when we look at our homepage in the preview mode, we have our phone number right standard and centered for our viewers to see. And then when they hover over it, they'll know that it is a link if they do decide to click on it. But essentially, we've accomplished the goal of, I know that I'm in the right place. They're doing home renovation and construction. I want to have my bathroom renovated. How do I get in touch with these guys? Well, instead of going to contact and filling out a form and then waiting for them to get back to me, I can just call them right away. Boom, simple. Let's talk about this next option. The next option, if we scroll down a little bit further on our page, one of the things that the RivalMind team does all the time is make sure that most every page on websites has a contact form. Contact forms and calls to action are one of the least utilized things on websites. You must tell your users what to do with all the information that you're presenting them. So we created this nice little sleek section here without any sort of form or anything. But what we wanted to do is have a pop-up activated. So you can see I have my contact us. The global styles don't really match with the green. So we'll go ahead and make a quick change to that. We actually have a whole video coming on styles and how to set up your buttons to look great with your website. So we'll pop back into our editor. We're going to edit this button and I'm going to change the design really quick just on the text. So if we go down to our styles, we go to button text and we scroll down to the regular button text. I almost went to the hover text. We like the hover text. We want to change the regular font color for non-hover states to white. It'll stand out much better on our green background here. So once we've kind of fixed our styling, we can go back to the content section of the button and we can actually change our existing page link now to a pop-up. So what we've done is we've linked this button now to the pop-ups and we get to decide which pop-up we want. That does mean that you will have to create a pop-up. It's right next to the page menu. I'll show you where that is really quickly. If we go over to pages and you have your page list here, just on the right, you can see pop-ups. And now I've created a contact us pop-up. It's going to look like this when the user clicks on it. Obviously, these can be styled just like any Duda page, which is really slick. But you can link these to buttons. You can have them triggered by personalizations, all kinds of awesome stuff. So we'll go back to our page menu. We'll close this down. We'll go back to our specific home page and then scroll back down to our section where we had this. And then we've got our button already linked to pop up. And so actually the job is already done. So if we go back to our preview mode and we click this contact us button, boom, a nice little pop-up appears with a contact form inside that our users can then fill out and submit to whoever, wherever. It can be integrated with a whole bunch of different tools, which is really neat. One of the reasons that we like to do this way is because not every page on the website needs a massive form. You just need to make sure that you're accommodating for calls to action to give the user ample opportunity to convert. So one of the reasons we like to use the pop-ups in this manner is because you can notice here in our section on the website, this kind of horizontal green bar is kind of sleek. It's not obtrusive on the page, but it's just a nice bright call out. Hey, are you ready to start your renovation? And then contact us, boom, instead of being taken to a page and being confused as to where they are on the website or the navigation and how to get back to that original renovation page, they've just got a pop-up, they can fill it up and then close it and they're still back where they started, which doesn't disrupt the user's experience, the user's path through the website. Thanks for joining us. Part 2 of the series covers button design. If you're looking for other Duda tutorial videos, visit our channel below to view our library and leave us a comment about future Duda tutorials you'd like to see. I'm Harley, this is Duda Dojo. We'll see you next time.